Ideological foundations of education. Let us begin by looking at what is ideology. Ideology is the common understanding and beliefs that people in a group have accepted by which to live their lives. And we are going to look at the Islamic ideology because whether you look at Pakistan or you look at the majority people living here, they are Muslims. So our system is dictated by the Islamic perspective. So what is the Islamic perspective to education then? It says it's a continuous process that nurtures the natural potentials of human beings from the intellectual, behavioral, spiritual, and physical aspects in an integrated and balanced manner. Now, there are 3 key terms over here that we need to focus on. The first is, it's a continuous process. There are no stopgap arrangements. It begins, it continues, and there is no ending because you really learn for life. The next thing that we need to focus on are the 4 pieces or elements that Islamic perspective focuses on. It's the intellectual, which is thinking, the brain, the mind is used. Behavioral, this is attitudes and how one acts and reacts to situations in life. Spiritual, which is relationship with religion, God, and the moral values that one grows up with. And the physical, which is health. So it covers the whole being. It does not focus only on the intellectual. Very narrowly, we sometimes look at education in terms of just developing the mind. And that is not what the Islamic perspective tells us. It is developing the whole individual. To produce righteous human beings who will bring goodness to this world and the hereafter. So the Islamic perspective focuses beyond human life here on planet Earth. It also focuses on where we will be in the hereafter. So it's a long, continuous process, cannot be given up easily, and needs to be focused on throughout. No stops and no gaps. Let us look at what 2 Islamic philosophers have had to say. The first one is Abdul Halim Maddiya, and according to him, Islamic education is a process for all under the purposeful guidance of educators who will shape Muslims based on the teachings of Islam. Now again, there are 3 key things here. The first one is it's a process for all. Rich, poor, black, white, doesn't matter, old, young, no difference. Male, female, no difference. It is a process for all. Everyone is guaranteed the opportunity to education under the Islamic perspective. And why? Why is one guaranteed that? And the purpose really is, as it says, to shape Muslims based on the teachings of Islam. What does Islam teach about education, about learning, about living life? And that is the key over here, according to this Islamic scholar. So, education for all, guaranteed. Again, the purpose is guidance. We need to guide young people. Simply telling is not good enough. Education is more than telling. It's guiding, it's facilitating, it's helping people understand what education truly should be. The second philosopher we're going to look at is Abdul Halim al-Muhammadi. And the purpose of education, according to him, is to produce righteous individuals who are willing to take on the responsibility of the caliphs, successors of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, entrusted by Allah to lead us to happiness in this world and the next. So we see that what the previous philosopher said is being reinforced by yet another philosopher. Righteous living, not just living for this world and life here, but also living for the life hereafter. That is what Islamic perspective of education is all about. Live a good life here, and because of that, you can live a good life in the hereafter. Continuous, ongoing opportunities for all.